Oi, welcome back to the Colin and Miles show. If you've noticed anything change, it's that Colin's hair's changed colours. But we're here to talk all about that. She's Colin.
He's Miles.
Allegedly. And this is our show. Last time, whenever we were here, we introduced you to a music show that we went to. What was the name exactly?
Fall Out Boy.
Yes, they were quite the enjoyment. However, this time, we went to a new show called
Owl City.
and it was phenomenal. Wouldn't you say?
I guess.
You guess. It's a bunch of owls inside of a city.
I didn't like the venue.
Yeah, the venue was pretty awkward.
I feel like they should have been in a different spot.
Like a more open area?
Maybe, or maybe...
Especially since they were in Boston. I felt like Owl City could have garnered a larger crowd.
Yeah, I think there were too many people in there already.
And then whenever we were walking in, the guy's like, are you over 21?
Yeah, over or under.
Over or under?
So they could put the right wristband on you.
Well, there was
Right
only
stamp.
one.
But people that were under 21 had an X on their hands. And we had a stamp on our hands. So I guess they put an X on them outside, and then if we didn't have an X, they'd stamp us. I don't know.
Yeah, because, if there's anything about Owl City shows, it's let's get hammered in an Owl City show. The show was particularly short. I'm trying to match Colin's hairstyle, by the way.
I thought it felt really long, but probably because I was uncomfortable the whole time, standing there cramped around people.
Go figure, Colin doesn't necessarily like people. But people are stupid.
But it was really colorful and
Like the glow sticks?
and the lights behind him.
Yeah. Here's a little montage of the stuff we're talking about.
Got me now at 22. Told me I could be a star. Let your heart be. Your life is a nightmare in a galaxy far, far away. I'm telling you, it's a sold-out show. Yeah, it's a blockbuster movie. My hero.
I thought it was especially cool with the drumsticks and how they changed colors. And I'm really happy like we were as close as we were, even though, the balcony was crowded. It allowed me to get that good vantage point.
Yeah, and again, I kind of felt out of place because I didn't know all of the lyrics to all of the songs. And he played a lot of songs from the new album, which I'd only heard twice so far. So I didn't know all of the lyrics.
Yeah, in fact, they played very few of the older songs that I was familiar with.
And like none from my favorite album.
Which is?
The Midsummer Station.
Yes, Midsummer Station.
Yeah, he did not play Good Time, which is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, like I thought that would be like a pillar of his tour.
Yeah, because that's the only other song besides Fireflies that was ever on the radio, unless he was on like some other things that I didn't hear. Like
I don't know. I wonder how he places on the Billboard charts if he does at all.
I don't know, but he seems to have a lot of good fans.
One thing I didn't know is that he's a big Christian, and apparently, that came readily center stage when he was on stage. And so I was looking at his Instagram, and I guess he reads a lot of books too about faith. But it's really cool.
And Miles found a new favorite song.
What?
Montana.
Oh yeah, Holiday by Green Day.
No, Montana. And here's a fun fact about that song. That song is about his girlfriend's dad,
Oh.
who is the one that moved to Montana.
Did the girlfriend move with?
Well, obviously, because he said his son worked hard in wherever, and his daughter sold souvenirs. So,
Oh.
yes. We forgot to mention Fireflies and how everyone held up their phone and everyone sang. And I could even sing that song because I know that song.
Yeah, Fireflies was a good song.
In 2009. I used it in a project.
Really? What project?
When I was in an entomology for educators. Entomology is a study of insects, and we had to make this scrapbook thing of insects in society, and so of course I used red lobster, and fireflies was popular that year, so I used that as a reference to insects in society.
I can just picture Colin outside in her backyard with a jar trying to capture fireflies. Like, come here, guys, come here.
And Honey Nut Cheerios and a bunch of other things have insects. But anyway, that song was like, it's always in my head. Oh, I used that in that project, and it was really big that year, and I just love that song.
Well, it's a decent song. I enjoyed it live. I wasn't the biggest Owl City fan before, but seeing them live, I think it changed my mind because it just seems like a really enjoyable person making enjoyable music. On the other side of the coin, what else do we have to talk about, Colin?
Well, we are going to talk about underrated things.
Underrated things. Logo promo. Go!
The first underrated thing that I would like to talk about
is TWIGH. Scratch that. TWILIGHT. Twilight. Bam!
Yes. Well, I guess we were talking about the books and the movies.
More so the books than the movies.
I think both are underrated. I think the whole franchise is underrated. People hate it for no reason because it's vampires.
Well, no, I think it's because of the female lead. I do. I think if it was a story about a man and how like it was more like man-driven, action-packed, I think it would have been more popular.
Maybe the movies, but not the books.
No. The books were fine because if you look at any just Jane Austen doesn't write any romance novels, does she?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility.
Look how smart she is, man. She's got the Daily Double down. All right, but yes, it's like I feel like the Twilight books themselves is without the vampires and whatnot or you could really establish a linear comparison on the romanticism between Jane Austen novels.
Maybe, but I just think they get a lot of hate from people because it's a romance and because they go teenagers and they think vampires, which I'm not exactly sure like how many vampire stuff was around before that, because after that, that's when the vampires became a thing. So I don't know why people hate on Twilight. Well, I think Twilight is the greatest love story of our generation. I think that people are dumb, especially guys. They think anything romance is a horrible thing. Why do you think all these couples, like the guys that go Twilight, and they just make fun of it? Like, and a lot of
But probably
girls,
because they're
too,
insecure
they
about
make
their
fun of
own,
it.
romantic ideas. And
I'm not gonna be so macho if I talk about my love.
All right, fine.
what do you think? Comment down below. Also,
Maybe don't comment.
yeah, definitely comment. All right, now I would like to say a not fun fact, because it's just kind of weird that they would derive this. 50 Shades of Grey, the whoosh, whoosh type love story, apparently it was derived because of Twilight.
Yeah, it started out as a Twilight fan fiction, which I only found that out recently from somebody I work with, which was very sad to me. Like,
So you read about it too?
I looked it up.
What did it say?
It said that that 50 Shades of Grey started out as something called something else, which I can't remember, and it started out as a Twilight fan fiction, and then she just changed the people's names afterwards to change it into a different book. And I'm just like, you took this
So
wonderful love
stupid.
story and turned it into this twisted idea
Spank
of love,
fest.
and it's just disgusting.
Well, I mean, if you look at the numbers as to how the movie 50 Shades did and its sequel, they bombed box office wise.
But the books, again,
Oh, that's
were more
fine.
popular than
Yeah,
the
oh
movie.
yeah. But on the other side is, I would be interested to see the correlation of women who got really into the 50 Shades movie or whatever, and how happy and successful they are in their relationships. Like expecting all this, hi, I'm Edward. I'm going to spank you now.
Oh my gosh, no.
See, she blushes at everything. All right, next underrated thing. Go.
The Great Gatsby movie from 2013.
Well, I must say, I agree with you, old sport.
I love that movie. I love the book, and people will say, oh, the movie doesn't go anything with the book. It doesn't go along with the book at all. Well, guess what? I've read the book 4 times, and
About to be 5, I'm sure.
And I watched that movie at least 5 times. And the last time we watched the movie, I held the book and followed along exactly the book with the movie, and everything is in there. Even like things that are in the description, like there's a flapper girl dancing right here. It's in the movie. And there's this
So there was a
right
flapper
here.
girl dancing
in-
right here.
in front of the stage.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
like
okay.
right here in front of the stage.
Oh.
She was there.
Well, that's neat.
Yes, like everything's in there. And the rapping. People hate on the rapping. Guess what? I don't like rap either. But guess what? Jazz was the rebellious music in the 20s, and rap is kind of like our generation's rebellious music. So it's a metaphor, people. Have you never heard of that before?
Now, she's not talking to everyone, just you idiots. I'm talking to you, the idiots.
You can see I feel very strongly about this.
Also, Colin likes to plan ahead, which is pretty nice, but she worries about unnecessary things to worry about, and so her planning ahead consists of, okay, I don't have anything planned for 3 Sundays next. What are we gonna do? Okay, but in this situation, it was adorable because one day a few months ago, she was like, oh my God, they're going to have the 100th anniversary to The Great Gatsby. Oh, and they're going to have what was it, a shirt or a book?
A book.
A
I'm sure
book.
they'll have an edition, like a 100th anniversary edition.
She's like, we'll have to get that. 8 years from now.
No,
She plans ahead.
7 years.
Oh,
from now.
excuse
It's
me.
in 2025.
Excuse me. What else? What else do we have underrated?
Cats.
Oh, cats. Ew. Everybody hates cats. That is stupid.
Yes. So one thing that I noticed is that when Amazon, whenever you have an incorrect link to Amazon, it brings you to a page with a picture of a dog. Which is fine. I like dogs, but why can't they throw in some cats or
Yeah.
some rabbits or some fish or turtles or any other animals?
Or all of them.
Why do they just have to be dogs?
That's a good question. These are questions I need answers.
Yes.
Hmm.
And why do people have to pick, oh, I'm a cat person or a dog person? Why can't you just love all animals?
Someone once told me that all dogs are boys and all cats are girls.
That's like saying guys are from Mars and girls are from Venus or however that goes. Why? What?
I do not know. Something crazy people say, Colin. People say the darndest things. Kids.
Kids say the darndest things. But yeah, you're right. People say stupid things.
All right, we have another topic that we're going to jump to now, and it involves
Food.
Oh, Marley Spoon. Why, thank you, Marley Spoon. Your ability to consistently and week after week miss items to pack in our box has left us needing to find other meals. You suck. I don't know.
So if you have heard of like Blue Apron or HelloFresh, Marley Spoon is the same idea. It's a subscription thing. Like
Yes, founded by a felon.
we picked this one because Marley Spoon actually lets you pick your meals each week, whereas it seemed like the other ones didn't let you change meals. They just picked they just picked based on your preferences, and you couldn't like swap them out.
They've consistently like put wrong stuff,
Cheese, like when it asked for Fontina and they put cheddar in there.
or they don't include it at all.
Oh yeah, that too. And then last week they gave us the wrong meal, a total wrong meal. So like, but it wasn't just the wrong meal. They gave us the recipe for the meal we ordered, and the accessory items like the cheese. That was all, like the cheese. But then they gave us the wrong bag and
not the meat for it.
not the meat. They gave us the wrong bag that was a different meal, and they did not give us the meat for that meal. So we had like 2 half meals that we could do nothing with.
Yeah, so we'll be talking to you soon, Marley Spoon. In case any of the customer service reps are watching, we'll call you. Okay, so before we leave here, I feel like I gotta say something about stupid people. And people who, I'm not calling you stupid for thinking a certain way. You can think however you want. But I feel like logic is missing from the general public sphere. And I would appreciate people stop making politics a hobby. The whole Kavanaugh issue is, okay, it doesn't affect you personally, and grandstanding on, some idea of I stick up for sexual assault victims, come on. She is a victim. Her story is credible, but the absence of evidence does not give us the right to destroy a man's life. And that's why our judicial system, which, remember, we went to the Supreme Court, it was founded on the preservation of innocence until found guilty.
And as Miles loves to say all the time to me, 2 things can be true at once. So both of their stories can be true at the same time. Did you ever think of that, people?
Yeah, I believe she's a victim. I don't know what happened. and I don't think we will. And even with her saying that it was Brett Kavanaugh or Judge Kavanaugh, the fact of the matter is all the witnesses that she states were there completely deny it under oath, under penalty of felony, and I just don't see the rush to to demonize someone, because guess what? Are we just going to start pointing fingers and play a he said she said game? Like, I'm going to start telling people that Colin eats babies. I stole that line, but she does. Do you believe me, or do you believe this pretty face? I believe her. She doesn't eat babies. But you get the gist. Is we can't demonize someone, and we can't grandstand on some value system whenever we don't know both sides of the story. Okay?
So, on a lighter note, I think you had something to talk about iPhones, right?
Oh,
Or
hey, Apple, why are you making iPhones every year? You know what? I'm sick of it, okay? Your product is superior than Samsung and Android, although I will say not in the sense that Android is open source, so, I mean, give and take. But the actual product itself, as in what it's made out of, how long it lasts, like physically, the hardware, it is superior. Maybe not the software. But you don't need to make things every year. I mean, come on, okay? We just bought our phone last year, and we have
that was
Apple.
this year.
Was it this year?
January.
Oh, January. Okay. So we just bought our phone, and you're already coming out with a new phone. Oh, look at me. I'm Apple. Okay. And look at this. See, I am now outdated in this Apple Watch, which
Yeah, and me too. More outdated than you.
Hey, Apple Watch 5 is why? Just why? Is, I swim with this, and it does me well. I don't need to swim and make calls with it. Doing a front crawl. Hey, how's it going? I'd like to order a pizza. Yeah, can you deliver to the aquatic center? Anyways, why?
Oh, I want to end this show with a disclaimer. If we have offended anybody, well, we really don't care, because our show is not about
Pandering.
making people happy, because I get offended all the time by idiots. So, yes.
I offend her pretty frequently.
So, we are sorry but not sorry.
No, we're not sorry.
We're sorry that they got offended, but not sorry that we offended them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Because guess what? This is us. We're real. You gotta be real. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, look at me." And, you know what? We're human. We make mistakes. But we're cool.
Yes, as evident by my hair.
Which I did. Well, I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye! But to me, Twilight is the greatest love story of my generation.
Time for a not fun fact is 50 Shades of Grey.
You just interrupted what I was saying.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I wasn't
I
even
thought
done
you were
talking,
done.
and you started talking.
I thought you were done.
And we're not done saying how underrated Twilight is.
I'm
we haven't even said all the
sorry.
good things about it. You just argued why it's underrated, and I don't agree with you.
No. He's not like romance
I said
in you.
guys, not you. Guys. Other people. Other guys.
Oh, other guys. Cool. I'm not one of the guys. I'm her guy.
Yes.
I
why
winked
do
at
you
the camera, by the way.
Why?
You see, I can say the word tortilla and she blushes. See?
No.
Yeah. Tortilla.
That has no significance.
You're still smiling. And I like
That's not
making you smile.
blushing. Smiling isn't blushing.
Well, you know what? Blush, smile. They can be used the same thing.
So.
Wait, I think we need like here. I'll use this piece of paper right here, and I'll pretend to have a pen, and we'll put the thank you note music. All right, and then
We could get sued for copyright issues.
All right. Then we will change it. We'll change the pitch in the music, okay? Or the speed in it, rather. And we will change it from a thank you notes to why thank you notes. Okay? Yeah. It's a list of food made by Felon.
Seriously, that's the only thing. Why are you saying that?
Because it's true.
So it doesn't make it
Because
appealing.
this woman is a felon. Hi, Felon.
You're an idiot.
I know, but I'm your idiot.
Okay, people can be forgiven. You don't have to bring up
Oh, I know that.
issues.
Just like me. I can be forgiven for like staring at you all the time. She's